And Aelfus answered, his body gone to earth, and his...
He bathed in the river, so a gentle wash brings them closer to their god.
Beloved, I give praise to such...
He rose from the dead. A nice trick, and not easily done. Their god brings them light, just as Baldur does. Light as bright as the summer sun.
Speak the deeds of Christ in order.
On the mountain, his face shone like the sun, and he became light.
His transfiguration.
I am no Christian. I do not know your stories.
Then return when you no longer languish in a pit of ignorance. Has his light brought illumination to your darkness? Speak his story.
God breathed on the water, and in the Jordan River he was cleansed of all sin.
His baptism.
On the mountain his face shone like the sun, and he became light.
His transfiguration.
The women came with offerings, but they could not find him when they looked among the dead.
His resurrection. And Jesus said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness. Well spoken.
Are the riddles done?
That is not for me to decide, for I am not the one who summoned you. If you follow, I will lead you to him.
I solved your riddle, and all I get is silence. Who am I to meet?
Shh. Even a fool, when he keeps silent, is considered wise.
Yet men become wise by speaking with other men. They grow foolish when keeping to silence.
Hush! Your prattling offends God's ears. We're here!
May Christ, whose terror scares away the foul throngs, make with me a strong covenant. Was God's lesson instructive?
I learned that your God fears death just as mine do, just as every man does.
Yet through our Lord, we may achieve life everlasting in his glorious presence. Perhaps you missed that detail.
Do all the priests in Winchester have this same skill for drama? risk your life, Alfred King.
I have invited you here to speak on equal terms. Do the Dane laws of hospitality not apply in Wessex?
You gifted my Jarl to that whelp from the Order of Ancients, the warrior Fulke.
Fulke was an enemy of Wessex. But it seems someone has already removed her threat from my lands.
If you did not hear it was me, you have now.
Impressive. The Order of Ancients has surely been crippled by her loss.
How much do you know of this order?
Only this and little more. This letter, signed by one who calls himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ, warns of a plot against my life.
The gallows, the quill, the Sikhs. Free men eager to kill you.
2 now. The Bishop Aelfirth is dead. He was the Sikhs, so far as I can tell.
And a humble servant of your god. That must sting.
Still, his death has strengthened Christian fellowship in Winchester. I pray the deaths of his colleagues will do the same.
You have faced warriors like me many times before, and many times you have lost or been cheated. Why trust me now?
I have men in London and Jorvik. Men who send me reports on the rise and fall of the tides of war. Not long ago, men and women of some influence were murdered in those places. In oddly specific circumstances. When I received this letter from our poor fellow soldier, it did not take long to work out why. I don't know your motive, nor what you hope to gain. All I ask is that you finish the work you have begun, before these fallen souls infest England further.
I should let the Order kill you. It would speed our conquest of England.
You may remove the organs of state. The cancer will remain.
Then promise me a reward I can sing about. A healthy king's weight in silver.
Very well. As much as you can carry. This morning, my reeve, Goodwin, was not at his post.
A man you trust?
Goodwin was following the clues given in this letter when he disappeared.
Where was he last seen?
At his house, by the West Gate. You may find something there. Eivor, compose yourself while you are my guest. My city is not a battlefield.
Not yet, great king, but the day will come. I need to find this reeve, Goodwin. I see you, little mice.
The quill has eyes everywhere.
This is your last warning. Give me Alfred's trinket or I'll piddle it.
You seem agitated.
What gave it away? The fact that I had to debase myself pissing in this swindler's pond, or the angry shouting?
This man has something of yours?
And here's another god sent to shit in my stew pot. Sod off, unless you are going to magic Alfred's jewel out your arse.
If the jewel belongs to Alfred, it might be worth a pretty penny.
Give me the jewel, Alfred Commission! I'll wear you.
That Selwyn's got some stones on him arresting Alfred's man. Who rules in Winchester anyway? Is Alfred king or not? Will you?
Goodwin gone, and guards sniffing around. So where would they have taken him?
Well, you damn scoundrel! We have already paid for it!
Someone disagrees with Alfred educating the people of Winchester.
Harry Hall, you are a thief and a swindler!
Papers thrown on the fire. Goodwin covering his tracks, or the guards destroying evidence. Broken bowls, food scattered. They took him by force. There must be a garrison in the city. A violent struggle with the guards. They must have taken him to Winchester's garrison. Should be cautious around here.
Your end is nigh. Jesus, God, mine getting tired. We're under attack! Heathens! I'll ring the bell! What?
Cast about this land, my friend.
dying breath on your neck! Have your good sense!
Let's keep our wits about us.
Follow my lead! Who wants some? You're dead. Getting away from me!
The other side must be barred.
Look in the stack, are you?
Thick walls and thicker guards. A place to keep a valuable man. Selwyn ordered executions for petty theft and mudslinging, a husband and wife to be carried out soon.
God grant me.
A Dane in Winchester? These are strange times.
King Alfred sent me, pleading from his bended knee to find someone.
I know Alfred well enough to spot a bloody lie when I hear it. If he did send you, he was standing tall and proud.
That he was, and you are the man I've come to find, Goodwin. Do you know why?
If I had one guess, to find these heretics from the Order of Ancients, and bury them so deep, even God would need a shovel.
So where do we start digging?
My research should help us. If they haven't burned it already, it'll be somewhere nearby.
I will find your research. Now go, before they find their wolf has fled his cage.
Let's regroup beyond the walls!
Goodwin's research against the Order of Ancients.
I am grateful for your help.
It's a brazen move to arrest Alfred's favored reeve.
This so-called order are nothing but defiled shit peddlers.
Shit peddlers who have wormed their way into every crevasse of your country. They're dangerous.
I didn't catch your name, did I?
Eivor of the Raven Clan. Scourge of Mercia, if that name doesn't rattle some recognition.
Well, Eivor, when our three heretics smolder on a heap of ash, we'll down a cup of ale together and share our distaste of Mercians like old friends.
Alfred believes at least one is dead. Your Bishop Aelfirth was the Sikhs.
Bugger. Half of Winchester is in mourning for that nun-groper.
I found this nailed on a door. The quill wields words like a knife.
A disputation of tutelage. Pretty chatter with poisoned intent. I will look into this more.
The gallows? What do you know of him?
Must be another reeve, I'm sure of it. Only we have the power to mete out justice, and this one would walk with cocksure righteousness.
The gallows had you arrested, so he must command the law.
Reeve Selwyn? Of course! That hedge pig has brought down laws like a hammer on Winchester, executing sinners on spurious charges in the square.
Could it be another?
He's the man. He's the only one who fits. End his terror, Eivor.
Winchester mourns a good bishop and a strong, virile man. Peace with God.
I'll wear your hat! Give me Alfred's jewel, you damn scoundrel!
Good people of Winchester, open your eyes. See how Alfred's lofty ideals are weighed down in this mire of human effluence. These prisoners before you do not live by Alfred's laws. They live above them. They wallow in shit, only guided by their own perversity. Hubert here, his wits addled by ale, spoke false of Bishop Aelfirth, our pious servant of Winchester, who even now lies cold in his grave shroud.
Aelfirth was no man of God. He'll burn for his sins.
Your wife is obeying shrew, Hubert. Is there a man here who has not supped rancid mead from her cup?
When will your work be done, Selwyn? When all of Winchester falls to your justice?
Winchester has passed judgment, Hubert. May God have mercy on your cankerous soul. There is no longer freedom in Winchester.
None are safe from his blade.
There are rats in the grain store, and Alfred has set the traps. You cannot steal and be welcome at our hearths. You cannot slander and keep your tongue.
Selwyn punishes criminals, as it should be.
He's the worst criminal of them all.
And so I ask, who has the right to determine the fate of the perverse if not the goodly people?
Perverter of justice. Who dares execute the king's noose?
It is not in Alfred's name that you carry out your work. You are the Order's executioner.
You peer through the veil, but you do not see clearly. Alfred's laws are a slave's fever dream. He offers shit-soaked beggars a seat at his table, where the meek devour the strong. Who best to judge the fate of the wretched many, if not the strong and worthy few?
To protect your people, you must sheathe your hand in an iron glove.
You grind your heels into the backs of freed men, not those who deserve it.
The Order condemns all men to pain. For all men are but a shadow of the perfection we should know. The perfection of the Ancient Ones.
You are only a man, Reed. One dead branch on a fast-dying tree.
God won't let us lose. Jesus, preach forgiveness!
Jesus did not live in the cesspool that is Winchester.
Alfred not do something? Selwyn!
I should meet with Goodwin, see what he has found on the quill.
Stretch your wings, son.
Hey, what? Say goodnight.
Part of us that lives on with God.
A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Does Magister Batter not teach you the scriptures?
Magister Batter is a horse's dangles.
And here is the axe I used to swat a fly.
You have ventured from your burrow.
And you have plunged my city into chaos. I had hoped you would use the lessons of your subtler gods.
We have no subtle gods.
If the gallows is truly dead, perhaps we can allow cautious revelry?
Sweep your own hearth, Alfred, if you do not like my broom.
Forgive my outburst. God sowed in me a passion, but English prose is an instrument long out of tune.
We all want better for our people, don't we, Abel? Yours and ours.
The quill remains. What do we know?
The decay of learning has been gentle in Wessex. We enjoy the office of wise men, but we have neglected the study of wisdom.
The quill preys on this lapse.
Did you discover more from the writings I found?
I did. The quill is calling the children of Winchester to arms. Now we know why so many children scurry through the streets. Feral and untutored.
I can talk to some, see where they lead me.
Good. Find me at the alehouse when you're done. And try not to scare the piss from any of them.
We Norse are the monsters of your Saxon mother's bedtime tales. I promise nothing. I see you, child. Come.
The bad Reeve, Selwyn. I saw you punish him in the square.
He hurt many people.
Yes. He hurt my mother to death. Then took her good luck charm. Perhaps you found it? A little carved tree. It is all I have to remember her by.
Such a sad story. Take this. Perhaps it'll keep you off the streets and out of trouble.
For me? Oh, thank you.
Spry little mouse. Will you lead me to your quill?
Heaven will swallow the smoke of Aelfred's pyre.
Very poetic. But he's going to be buried in the grounds of the Minster.
What do you see? You there, little cutpurse.
Keep your beak out, nosy! I'm starving!
Godspeed! You'll set Winchester ablaze!
Roly-poly mutton man, you can't catch me!
Oh, God help me. I'd rather be shoveling dung in Malvern again.
What is that boy doing all the way up there? see you, old friend.
You again? You should mind your own beeswax.
Elwyn, is it? You wield fire like the flaming Jotnar.
It was burning when I found it. Hot days like this. Well? Oi! Wigbert! You great moon calf!
Hand it over, Alwyn. We saw your little shadow take it. What you looking at?
I'm not sure. Looks like an old lady's been rolling in shit with all the other ugly sows. Harken address, maybe?
Stop this! Down!
Trouble seems to follow you.
And I wriggle out of it like a slippery eel. Why are you following me?
I'm looking for the quill. So I'm asking you, his little worker bees.
Us? Working for the quill? Shows what you know.
Is that so?
I am innocent as a lamb. They were the quill's thugs and you killed them. Wouldn't want to be in your boots.
It sounds like you owe me your life.
This one's brave and strong. Might be able to help us.
So you're not working for the quill?
We steal to stay alive and out of the quill's clutches.
But you know where I can find him.
They come up from the sewers like rats. Go on, give her what you took. Maybe she can save us. Good luck, Dane. Try not to get maimed and all that.
Have a look soon. I should watch out for a mousetrap.
I didn't get nothing today.
I'm going to marry King Alfred.
But Majesty,
And he's
Bacchus
going to
is
whisk
stealing
me
is
away from
wrong.
all this toil. Everyone died and left me alone on the streets.
There's never enough food. I'm always starving. That's her! Dimwit Dane, didn't guess the quill's a she.
Now, Elwyn. Few have the wit that you and I possess. Most see the world in simpler terms, where we are the weaker sex.
A broodmare who preys on innocence and you brag about strength.
How little you know. Defend your mistress!
Shit, no mercy, rats. Now, you nice big target. How are you?
Now, a diff. May your roof shield me.
Aelfir's roof. Does she flee to the bishop's house?
Show yourself! Guards, protect me! Show yourself, murderer! Come then, you rabid hound! No more running! Winchester must see your crime!
Aelfir's roof. Does she flee to the bishop's house?
The Dane wants my blood. Come, child. Whisper what you've learned, and Mother will give you a treat.
Coward! Using children to spy and steal for your order.
Them. Give me a child until he is 7, and I will give you the man. Or woman. What use are letters when a child can only write his name in pig shit? Or wisdom in a woman when she cannot wield it beyond her hearth? I taught little Alwyn so much more. Saved her from a life less worthy. She will find enlightenment in the Order, just as I did. If I could save them all, I would.
But you can't. You have corrupted too many to save too few.
My order is the only way forward. It can quench our thirst for knowledge. If only Alfred's slave faith is defeated! And what would you sacrifice for infinite knowledge?
An immeasurable gift. Why refuse it?
Not their innocence.
A pity. Non requiescat in pace.
Goodwin said to meet him at an alehouse nearby.
Deus rapscaius Andreas Dominus Noster, et quia ita est. Quod est trebent officini
Stolen overmove med læreren til Neporiet og Nebeio.
Sweetie, Jesus, who?
You think you can guzzle the grog? Prove it!
Eivor!
Is this where Justice hides when she's tired?
Hides? Splood, no. This is a wake, my friend. A celebration to ease the quill on her way to eternal damnation.
You heard.
Hilda's were not the only eyes in Winchester. My spies tell me stories of an avenging angel striking down the unworthy.
I have been called worse.
Be thou hail, Ealdorbanna. That's Life Destroyer in our dialect.
I said easy with my kinsbane. Old honey waves alive in my horn. and my eyes on the door, expecting my death, yet unafraid.
You're quite safe with me, Dane. For now. If the mead is fresh and the air is cool, you may often find a friend even amongst your enemies.
What does a reeve do exactly? Besides sniff around the king's coattails for the scent of praise.
I enforce and interpret the laws here. Not man's, but God's law. The natural laws that move the world and hold it together.
Well, if it keeps you busy.
I must thank you before the ale dulls me. By cutting the order down to size, you have given England a hope of unity. It must be a sour apple to swallow, knowing that you are the last of Winchester's enemies.
Are you sure the Sikhs is dead?
The bishop is dead, that's certain. And if the bishop was the Sikhs is dead. A transitive property of mortality, you see.
I don't believe it. Too much theater in Winchester. Overwrought players and wailing women.
Well, you could pay your respects and see for yourself. The funeral is today.
If he rots, I will leave with my silver. But if he lives, there's work to be done.
Watch your step, Eivor. He'll be a hefty corpse in death. Alive, he'd be much bigger. Whether you find or make a corpse, meet me at the Witten with your report.
Fancy a game of Orlog? In on Cupidum Eorum.
What are you doing?
If the bishop is wormmeal, then here should be the proof.
A stranger comes to Wember.
You do not mourn like they do.
Wember is always here, helping the sleeping, singing to them, so they are not frightened before they meet God.
The sleeping? You mean the dead?
Wember helps the monks. Dig, dig, dig.
You dig the graves. Did you bury Elfirth?
Have you seen Layoff? My poor friend. Poor Layoff.
What about the Bishop Elfirth? Did you dig his grave?
No, no. I don't bury a lord in a pauper's husk. Poor Layoff. They showed him their gleaming blade.
Someone hurt your friend Layoff?
Yes, yes. And while he slept, they stole his face.
I am sorry for your loss.
Makes no odds to me. But I'm sorry for Harriet. She cared so much for him. More than a sister should.
Such a grisly fate. Did you know Elfirth?
By reputation, I did. He was no friend of Alfred's. I once heard them quarreling into Witten.
A sad day for Winchester.
Maybe now God will reward us with a man who truly believes in him.
Do you not see? I am in prayer.
May we speak of your brother's death?
Have you no shame? Leave me.
I will leave you in peace, then. Are you the bishop's family?
God, no. Just here to make sure that impious bastard is actually dead. He bedded my wife, the randy bastard.
Only his head and neck are burned. Is this what Wimper meant? That they stole his friend's face? And this corpse's build is slight, frail. Goodwin said Elfirth was a brute. The threadbare clothes. Did they belong to Wimper's friend? This funeral is a shadow play. The Order killed an innocent, burned his face so no one could tell, and interred him in Elfirth's place. His sister knows more than she lets on.
What now?
A pretty show you have laid on here. But I know the truth.
You would dare speak to me? When my poor brother Aelfirth lies cold in his shroud.
Your brother is the Sikhs, and no more dead than I am.
Heresy. My brother was the Bishop of Winchester.
When Goodwin got too close to the truth about your brother's place in the Order, you buried him. Or rather, you buried another in his place. The friend. Burning his face so no one would know.
How did you...
Your brother is not in that crypt. Tell me where he is before more lives are lost.
I will not tell you anymore. Guards! All right, have your way. They won't do you any good. Guards, protect me!
By all the saints, die!
Why will you not leave me alone?
Enough of this, cat and mouse. Where is your brother, the one they call the Sikhs?
He is a ghost now. But he will make himself flesh once more at the Witten. And Alfred will be king no more.
He means to kill Alfred?
Regicide? No. The king will step aside and Aelfirth will lead us all. Risen and resplendent as the Lord.
You are a damned fool.
Noster sapiens lubus vide collecta supra in terra atheres, et locustus est ad eum.
I'll wear your guts as a hat! Give me Alfred's jewel, you damn scoundrel! We have all... God's hairy balls! You are a thief and a swindler! Give me the jewel Alfred commissioned! I'll...
Aid me. Be my eyes.
Give me... Damn scoundrel! We have already paid for it!
Ibi income for in the...
The Sikhs must be hiding in the crowd, biding his time to strike at Alfred.
That concern the letter of their sermons from Latin to English. And how can we understand God's words if they are not spoken in our tongue? Aelfirth is dead. and we mourn him. But the foul deeds of the unrighteous are sown among our holy deeds, like cockles and tare in a field of wheat. Education. Wisdom.
How sweet is the shepherd's pipe when he calls his lambs to slaughter. I was born to Christians in the northern wilds. My mother would cradle me beneath the stars and whisper, dove-like, God watches over you. Then your people came. And God fixed his stout eye as they slit her throat for a copper ring. No stars threw down their spears as barbarians smeared her blood through fields of broken wheat. God watched all, and I hated him.
It may be Alfred's god was testing you. A trial you failed.
Alfred's god is weak. Yet he would chain us all in his service, from our first breath to our death rattle. My order wishes to break these mind-forged manacles. I am the wolf in lamb's wool.
He takes on the role of a god himself. A worthy path to walk.
A wolf is but a walking feast for ravens.
One more gift for you, Dane. A deadly truth, if you can find it. With my death, the Order will not die. It will only transform into something far worse for all of us.
Elfirth will not cheat Loki's dread daughter twice.
I owe you my life.
An irony not lost on me, Alfred.
My king, we'll go by back streets to the Old Minster. Eivor may find us there when all has settled.
Aelfirth, my love! No! Curse you, Dane! My brother served God.
He was not a Christian. He abhorred your god.
But why strike him down? Have you no compassion for good men?
We both have more questions than answers. But if you know this key, perhaps we can help one another. Where is its home?
You treated me with kindness, but this damned Order, their machinations killed my brother, so the rest may rot. Take this key to the ruins beneath the Bishop's house. You may find answers there.
survey the area sooner. Go, my eyes.
Way doth he?
If Aelfr's sister spoke true, I will find answers in the ruins. This must be it. The door to Aelfr's secrets. I will send this to Hytham. He may make some sense of it. Damn you! Everything they did was to undermine Aelfred. She lied to me. There is nothing here of the Order. I should see Aelfred for my reward.
Come forth, Eivor.
Here is far enough.
When wrongdoers came to devour my flesh, these enemies stumbled and fell.
Have the laws of hospitality been thrown out, Aelfred? I did exactly as we agreed.
That you did. But do not mistake necessity for friendship.
You are a man of your word, a man of God.
Indeed. By his example, I live my life. Goodwin?
Here is the only silver fit for one of your dragon boats. A reminder of Christ's sacrifice and our charity.
This too I offer you. Live here among us in peace as a Christian, or die a pagan in a blood-soaked field. All you have to lose is life everlasting.
And if I choose neither?
He offers you hope, Eivor. A life of purpose, above and beyond this one. You'd be a fool to refuse.
Your reign will end, King of the West Saxons. Raven wings will beat until your throne crumbles to dust.
You were wrong, Goodwin. This one is beyond saving.
You had your chance, damn you!
I did not want it. Damn you, Alfred. I will return to Hytham and Randvi. They will want to know what happened here.
Hi, David.
Greetings.
I cleared Winchester of the Order. Yet to do so meant working with King Alfred.
Your poor fellow soldier led you to the King of Wessex? How very strange. He, or she, is toying with you, it seems.
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
You're a good boy. The Order in Winchester has been wiped out, but we are no longer welcome there. My contact was none other than King Alfred himself. The Order wanted him dead, so he fought back.
Alfred? The line between friend and enemy is a porous one.
I want to see the Alliance map.
I have received a unique summons from Nottinghamshire in the north. From your old friend, Billy.
Billy? A name I have not heard in 10 winters or more. How is he?
Well, it seems. Vili asked that you join him in feast and celebration, in honor of his father, Hemminger Jarl.
A welcome invitation. It'll be good to see him again.
It is worth recalling that his father, Hemminger Jarl, would be a formidable ally. Will you go?
I will leave for Nottinghamshire today.
Good. They will be pleased.
This must be Snottingham. Saxon and Dane live in peace. I expected nothing less from land under Hemminger Jarl's rule. Snottingham. It'll be good to see Willy again.
Pour the mead! Eivor's come to Snottingham!
Skull!
Make sure the supplies are secured. We may set off at any moment. Do I trust my own eyes? Is that truly who I see?
Tryggvi, you old hound. How are you?
Eivor, a friend of old is a good omen.
Look at this. Your chin grass might be mistaken for hedges now.
Ah, but a healthy Jarlbeard it is not.
And what of Willy? I was happy to get his message.
I stand in Willy's place today. He and his father have gone to Ulkathorpe to stave off an invasion of Picts. We've laid a long siege, and Hemminger Jarl looks to finish the job.
I have not fought beside Willy and his father since we were young. They have my blade if they need it.
In spite of these war cries, you should know that Willy's father is more frail than last you saw him.
How could that be? Hemminger Jarl is
So he is. And he'll be pleased as Skull with the moon in his jaws at the sight of you. Come, the swiftest path is by river, but these waters are hostile to Norsemen. You bring good luck with you. We could guide the sail steeds downstream.
I'm ready for whatever danger awaits. Prepare your convoy, and we'll be off.
Our Jarl has waited long enough. We follow the Wolf-Kist to the encampment. Eivor, the Raven clan's Wolf-Kist. You'll soon have more names than the All-Father himself.
I've traveled far, spilling the dew of slaughter. A reputation is the price of victory.
Aha! Indeed!
What are you really meaning?
Ready the sea beasts. Eivor Wolf-Kist is here to...
Danger might lie ahead. I'll go forward, make sure the path is clear. Man your oars. Let the sail up! I remember when Willy and I were small children. You spun many epic yarns for us over the hearth fire. But I do not remember you telling us how you came to serve Hemminger Jarl.
Is it a tale worth telling?
It is, but a sad one. I suppose I was the age you are. It was a harsh winter, and much of our clan was. I have orders to go to Stoneberg, but our camp is just ahead, so hurry.
What do you see, Sunan?
I have orders to go to Stoneberg, but our camp is just ahead, so hurry on without me.
Watch out, fool!
They must be careful now.
Eivor!
God's kiss. You came. Welcome.
Your son sent for me, Hemminger Jarl. One of the happier messages I have had in England.
I wish I could expand on this happiness with good news. But we are in the center of a storm. And yet, my old heart sings great songs at the sight of you. You look good, Eivor. Strong, healthy.
My heart sings as well. It is good to see you again.
Yours is a poet's heart, I am told. What a mix of spirits you have.
Movement on the walls!
We must end this soon, before the weather changes.
The whole of my clan would be here if you called them.
No need. These men are flies for swatting. Even now, Tryggvi rides for Stonebur, should any pigs escape. It will all be ended by this time tomorrow. You have known me as your Jarl for an age. And I have known and loved you all since you were babes. An easy burden to bear.
Let's hope you fight better than you age, old friend.
You're not slurring, Willy. Have you mislaid your ale?
Today, you do not fight for me. Not for each other. Today, you fight for your children. Fight so that they may grow. So they may be good and just as you are. For them, today, we take back Ulkerthorpe.
Tryggvi and Eivor have brought us arrows and oil to bring firelight to the Picts, to feed their traps. The first to signal from the top of that tower, their war chief's weapon in hand, drinks my mead for the month.
Thor's beard. It's good to see you, Willy.
Oh, is it? Or have you come to snatch glory from my calloused hands?
We can snatch glory together, unless you're too frightened to fight beside me.
Oh no, this is a contest now. To the top of that tower, and the Pict Chief is the prize.
For old times, then.
And new alike.
Fight, Hemminger sons. Bring victory today, for tomorrow we feast!
Light the arrows! May they burn with flame unbridled!
The Pict Chief hides behind his men like a coward. I have no doubt he will be well fortified. Look for him on the high ground.
I will have his head for Hemminger Jarl.
Billy and the Wolves fight by your sides again!
Watch for faints. Slide box this one.
The chief will make a stand in the tower.
you're injured.
No, stop. I'm fine. There is more blood here than injury.
Pride cannot heal you, Hemminger. Only care and bandages.
My clan fought well, did they not? You saw it. The heart in these people. How they rallied behind their Jarl.
You have that effect on men. They trust you.
And they love my son all the more. But he lacks the trust of our Danes. And I am running out of time to persuade them.
You are sick.
And you accept it. Unlike my son, he thinks me immortal because he must. He does not want what I have to give him.
Was it Vili who summoned me? Or you, Hemminger?
I thought you would come faster if it was Vili's name you heard first. I need your wisdom, Mayfor. Your discretion.
You have it. Of course.
There will be a thing soon, in which the nobles must name a new Jarl. And I am torn. I would have my son follow in my steps, but he is reluctant. He follows his warrior's heart. Others will name Tryggvi, a fine man with a mind for leadership. But his lineage is tattered, and he is less bold.
I have known Vili since we were small. He's bold and courageous, and your warriors love the man. The nobles should choose him.
Your sight is clear and your mind is sharp. Let that guide your thinking in the days to come. Vili departs for Kinder downfall soon. Ride with him, and talk like old friends made new.
If I see any Valkyries lurking nearby, I will send them away.
I can fight them off a while longer.